Yo, what's up, folks? It's your boy Sports PSP in the building. Hope everyone's enjoying the rest of their day. Want to talk about some NFL draft news. Listen, folks, I watched Anthony Richardson, the quarterback prospect from Florida. I saw his pro day. I thought he did well. I thought he made some throws, really nice throws, inside and outside the pocket. There was one throw he made in which the ball actually hit the roof. So when you look at Anthony Richardson, of course, he's a physical freak of nature. 6'4", 230, 240 pounds. Has a cannon of an arm. He's electric. He can run a 4.4. He has all the physical tools. I think the concerns with Anthony Richardson are his accuracy and his precision. Last year he did complete 53.8% of his passes. And when you look at some of the games that he played last year, you look at Florida State, going on the road against Florida State, he was 9 of 27 for like 198 yards. Yes, he threw 3 touchdowns, but with a completion percentage of 33.3%. You look at the game, even though they won against South Carolina, he was like 11 to 23 for like 112 yards. You look at the game against Georgia, 18 to 37, 271 yards. So that's the concern I have with Anthony Richardson, his passing. As far as what he can do as a runner, he's dynamic. We know how electric he is as an athlete. There are comparisons between him, Cam Newton, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Justin Fields. But the concern with Anthony Richardson is the accuracy. There are some teams in the top 5 or in the top 10 that need a quarterback. Seattle and the Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, need a quarterback, and I think he can go to those two teams because of who they have at quarterbacks. You look at Seattle, they have Geno Smith. Geno Smith signed a 3-year extension with the Seattle Seahawks, so it's his job to lose at this point. Geno Smith is coming off a great year last year, taking the Seattle Seahawks to the playoffs, winning the Pro Bowl. I think Geno Smith can also be a great mentor for Anthony Richardson, and Pete Carroll is there as the head coach. And then with the Raiders, you have Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback. I believe he went to the Raiders because it's Vegas and his familiarity with Josh McDaniels going back to their days in New England. Anthony Richardson could sit for a couple of years, learn the offense as much as he can, and try to develop and become the quarterback that he can become. And look, just because you draft a quarterback that high doesn't necessarily mean you have to start him right away, because we've seen examples like Patrick Mahomes. He sat for a year behind Alex Smith, and we saw Aaron Rodgers sitting 3 years behind Brett Favre. And I'm not saying that Anthony Richardson is going to be those quarterbacks. However, it wouldn't hurt for him to sit and learn. I don't believe that just because you draft a quarterback that high, you have to start him right away. So I think he should sit and learn. He's more of a project quarterback compared to the other quarterback prospects like C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. To me, those are the best quarterback prospects because I believe once they get drafted, they'll be like the week 1 starters, in my opinion. But when I look at Anthony Richardson as a passer, I think he's very raw, even though he has a huge arm and incredible physical tools. I still think he is raw and needs to sit for a couple years to try to refine and develop as a passer and learn as much as he can on the NFL level. So those are my thoughts about Anthony Richardson. Please leave your comments in the comment section below. Which team do you think should draft Anthony Richardson? Where would you like to see him play? Who do you think? What's the first player or quarterback that comes to your mind when you think of Anthony Richardson, and so much more? It's your boy Sports PSP. Hope everyone's enjoying the rest of their day, and God bless.